Hey, how you doing everybody? It's John Denton, and yeah, this is a bit of a serious video. As it says in the title, this isn't clickbait. This is a bit of a situation that I found myself in with the channel. Now, basically, before I get any further, I currently have 2 full copyright strikes on this channel. Now, nearly 1,000 reaction videos across this channel and Rock Reacts, I never had any. In the space of a month, I've had 2. One more, and this channel is done. It's a very it's a pretty scary situation, to be honest. So before I go into details, and I'll explain a little bit about it in a second, I've created a backup channel in case this really does all go wrong. So I'm just going to ask everybody now, everybody who watches this video, please just go into the description and just subscribe to that channel. The channel's called JD2. There's no content on there yet, but if you can go and subscribe to that channel, if things go wrong with that channel, we will continue over there. But yeah, if you can go and subscribe to that now, let people know as well who you may chat to, anything like that, that would be amazing. Right, I'll just go into some details. So like I said, I think it's nearly 1,000 videos that I've produced across Rock Reacts and on this channel, and I never had a copyright strike. Now let me quickly clarify what that means. Every single video that I put up, or almost every single video that I put up, gets a content ID or copyright claim on it, meaning that the money that any AdSense, ad rev that video would make goes to the label or the content owners. We know this is the drama of the reaction channel, but YouTube has a system in place whereby they don't necessarily mind that happening because they understand there's all sorts of complications around fair use. They basically don't want to get involved, and they also know the severity of putting a strike on someone's channel. It can be devastating. So they allow either the robots to hear the audio and automatically claim it, or somebody to come in and manually claim and go, no, that's my song, I want to claim that. And then there's a whole fair use argument, there's ways of disputing that to try and get their money back. That basically never ever works, but I always try anyway. Another thing that they can have on their policy, instead of just taking the revenue from the video or the music that appears in the video, they'll choose to have it blocked. Again, this doesn't issue a full strike on your channel. It just means that the video can't go up on YouTube, and we've seen me putting those videos up on my Patreon, and I've worked out over all these videos there are ways of disputing through fair use and eventually getting the videos back up on YouTube, which you'll have seen as well on this channel. However, these 2 situations are different. The first one came from my Mac Miller Tiny Desk concert. I uploaded my reaction to that. I had it sitting in the back end as a private video because I often do that just to see if something's going to get claimed, to see if it's going to get blocked. Mainly, everything gets claimed. That's just the way it is. But obviously, if something's going to get blocked, I want to know about it beforehand so it doesn't go live and then people are clicking on the notification and there's no video there. There was no issues with it. Put it live. Within an hour, I think NPR themselves came in with a legal takedown notice. And when someone gives that to YouTube, they're obligated to then take the video down and put a copyright strike on the channel. It never happened to me before. I thought it was incredibly harsh. I understand if NPR don't want reactions of their stuff, there's a whole fair use argument, but at the same time, fine, I'm not really necessarily trying to put out videos of people who desperately don't want reaction videos of their stuff on the internet. Like, that's not really what I'm all about. And I think it's been proven over all these videos and all these channels that most artists, and indeed most labels, even though they're taking the money, are actually pro reaction videos. So that happened with the NPR Mac Miller video, and that copyright strike. When that happens, you can basically do this thing in the back end called copyright scores, like answering 4 questions takes 2 seconds, and then the strike sits on your channel for 3 months before it expires, and that ends on April 13th. Then just a couple of days ago, I had the video up for Drake and Future Desires, which had been blocked loads. In retrospect, should have probably just left it alone. Saw the Mallory's had theirs up, and I was like, maybe if I just chop mine up to pieces, re-upload it, I can get it online and I can just move on to other stuff. Did that, it's been sat there for weeks, got a few views, didn't exactly do amazing business anyway. And then again, another takedown notice, this time from UMG with a copyright strike. Again, these are 2 isolated incidents. One was NPR, something, there's no reactions to the Tiny Desk concerts on YouTube. Clearly, that's why. Certainly won't be touching that again. It's not necessarily a normal song, so that's that. And then this one was a piece of music that doesn't exist on YouTube. It was just specific to SoundCloud. and clearly, yeah, the label doesn't want it on YouTube, even in completely sliced up parts. I do think there's a fair use argument against it. I barely used any of the music in the video, but at the same time, again, I'm not really interested. If people are out there and they desperately don't want any of that music to be on this platform, I don't necessarily want to go against that. However, a copyright strike is incredibly harsh. So here we are, 2 copyright strikes, and the danger of somebody just decides to manually strike my channel again, and it becomes number 3, then we're in big trouble. The channel's basically dead. So we're basically holding our fingers crossed like this, holding my fingers crossed until April 13th for the first one to expire, and then I think it's May 25th is the next one expires. So this is a situation we're in, guys. You know, we have the up of hitting 100k and the down of this happening. So yeah, I've created the backup channel. Like I said, there's not content on there now. If it does go wrong, I'll start transferring content over there. If all things going well, we get to April 13th, one of the strikes expires. You may see that other channel just being used as a second channel to chat about non-music related stuff, you know, whether it's personal stuff, sports, or any of that sort of thing. That's something I've been planning on anyway, so as a way of silver lining it, but ultimately that's what it's there for. So please do go and hit subscribe on that one now so we can keep this thing going. People have asked, will Patreon reactions still be going on? Yes, they will be. Obviously we've got the weekly Patreon exclusive full album reactions that go up on there, plus the uncut reactions. That doesn't change. I have Vimeo for those anyway. So yeah, I'm basically just going to be extra cautious from now. It's terrifying that a channel can have this happen to them. Yes, I do play with copyrighted content on this channel, but as I always say, YouTube has built its entire platform of channels that do that. Look at some of the biggest channels in the world, whether it's PewDiePie, who came from gaming and still does that often, Dan TDM, Ali A, you know, this is all copyrighted content, this is all IP content, and if YouTube really wants to get into the weeds on copyrighted stuff, then they're going to get into big trouble. I'm talking about people who film with graffiti behind them, God forbid, people who do prank videos with people's faces in them that they don't blur out. I'm talking about thumbnails where people use copyrighted art. Like, there is a serious minefield if they want to go down that route. I work for a brand that was very copyright conscious and couldn't do anything for risk of being sued. So while what I do does involve copyrighted content, let's not pretend that there aren't huge swathes of copyrighted content being used in fair use situations across YouTube. So I refuse to be made to feel like I'm doing something wrong, especially when the same label that has struck my channel in UMG has on multiple occasions, through multiple people on their staff, reached out to me either on here or on Rock Reacts to create reaction content around their artists. So, you know, there's a real double standard there. I have reached out through the email that you get when you get a strike to speak to them. I doubt I'll hear back. There is the possibility of a counter file against them as well. But again, like I said before, if they don't want that video on YouTube, if they desperately don't want that content on YouTube, any of those clips of that music, that's fine. I'm happy for the video not to be up. I wish I'd never put the video up, but at the same time, a strike is a very severe thing to do to someone's channel, especially when that channel is, you know, is their livelihood. So this is the situation we're in. It's scary. It's kind of crazy that YouTube's like, we want to look after our creators' mental health and watch out for burnout, and also anybody can just strike your channel and ruin your entire career, by the way. So yeah, good luck with that if you suffer from anxiety issues. That's about it, guys. Just please subscribe to that channel below. Keep it locked here. Keep the fingers crossed. Please do make sure you follow me on socials as well. Twitter. I'll keep everyone updated. And yeah, that's it. All right. Peace.